Hello to all you Sagittarians out there. This is your monthly horoscope for August of 2022. What an important time this is for you. It's all about Mars. Mars is going to be in Gemini for, like, normally it stays there in any sign for 4 to 6 weeks. Now it stays there for 8 months in Gemini, in your opposite sign of relationships. Now, when we see that in astrology, because of the retrograde, when we see that happening, it's happening in a fellow mutable sign. So you are one of the 4 signs, together with the Virgos, Pisceans, Geminis, and yourself, Sagittarius. It's most important for you guys, for one of the 4, you could say. And why is that? Because it's a key area of your life. It's between you and another person. Whether you are in a relationship or whether you are single, definitely stuff going on at the relationship level. Let's have a look. When is this all going to happen? Well, the first week of the month is still a little bit oriented, you could say, with the Mars-Uranus North Node energy, that conjunction that was so special. And that is really dominating the end of July and the first week of August. And that is in your sector of work, your routines, your health. So I hope that you have been striving for liberating yourself from something in a way. If you want to know more about that, go back to the July horoscopes if you haven't done already. But this month is more about Mars. That will go as from the 21st of August into Gemini and will stay there up until like the end of March of 2023. So first it goes direct in Gemini, which is for you, that relationship sector. And it will go backwards at the end of October at 25 degrees. Now, this is important. If you have planets around 25 degrees of Sagittarius, you will feel that a lot. If you also have planets around 8 degrees of Sagittarius, you will also feel it a lot, because that's the degree where Mars goes direct again at around the midst of January of 2023. So actually, you could say all Sagittarians will feel it, the ones the later born ones, but also you could say the early born ones, and even up until, you could say, 15 degrees. So it's approximately like every Sagittarian will feel it a lot, especially if you have more than one planet there or an ascendant even. So check that out if you want to. Now, Mars in the 7th house. What is Mars all about? Action, energy, newness, new intentions, you want to have new intentions, new relationships, or improving the ones that you are already having. A Mars retrograde is not necessarily a bad thing unless you're not patient. So if you are someone who's willing to improve their relationships, if you are someone who's willing to have a healthy relationship with, what is a healthy relationship? It's a 50-50. I invest 50% in you, you invest 50 in me. So then this is one of the most lively periods of your life. Having Mars in the 7th house. I put a smile on my face here because Mars in the 7th house can be on a relationship level very exciting, very sexual, but also mental. It's almost, because Mars is in Gemini, the mind. So you could be turned on very easily, and there could be a lot of fireworks going on. That's the good side of having Mars in the 7th house. You could be very, very lively with a specific person. Yes, the challenging part is fights, but only when you are not listening. So, and of course that's your pitfall, because a Sagittarian, I have a Sagittarius rising myself, so I'm certainly not saying that in a judgmental way, but Sagittarians are known to know the truth and to be a bit like a wiseacre, right? But now it's very important to also listen to what another person has to say, because they have Mars in your opposite sign. So they are strong, they are fierce, they're going to stand up for themselves. So if you have walked over other people, they are going to stand up for themselves. And yes, that could give fights, but know that this energy is not there to trick you. It's there to balance it out. So when it comes to when you are single, for instance, you will attract Mars-like people. So whether it is a woman or a man, it doesn't matter if you are a man or a woman, they're going to have that Mars quality, which is fierce, going forwards, go-getters, and also Gemini, you know, very clever, witty, buoyant. So there's very, very adorable energy for you Sagittarians. When you have a business of your own and you're working with clients, expect them to be a little bit more, you know, feisty, a bit impulsive, and you can, you know, it is what it is, right? You can say, oh, that's negative, but take it as it is, and then it will be easier to manage that. And so yes, you could have a little bit more demanding clients there, but at the same time, if you use that wittiness, and if you use your, you could say, your buoyant optimism, I don't think this is going to be a bad side. I have Sagittarius rising, and actually I'm looking forward to this, you know, to have some boldness and some exciting energy coming to us, you know, coming from other people. It's also when you want to upgrade your relationship, you have the wherewithal to do this if you are patient. And it could also mean, yes, a person coming back into your life, with especially when Mars goes backwards, you know, at the end of October. But don't freak out because of that. You know, if you don't want that, you say no, you shut them off at Facebook or whatever you're going to do. I mean, you have your life in your hands for a huge deal. Not everything, but everything into your control. But Mars in the 7th house is definitely some lively energy coming your way. And especially when you're having a relationship starting up around that, it could mean a very lively one. And it could mean that this person, when you are start dating around that time, and you don't have to be afraid of the retrograde, it simply means that you're going to get to know them better, which is normal because of their actions. You get to know them, and you've got that pocket of time to see that for sure. Another thing that I like is Mercury for most of the month in Virgo at the top of your horoscope, making a beautiful, beautiful Earth grand trine. So on a financial level, because it trines Pluto in your 2nd house, and then it also trines Uranus in your 6th house, you could make some improvements at the work level during the month of August. And you could gain more money because of that as well. But it all starts with, you know, having those ideas when it comes to your work. So that is also happening there as well. With Venus in a fellow, yes, in the beginning of the week, the first week, it's still in your 8th house. So there's some trickiness around power struggles for sure when you are in a relationship. But as from the 12th of August, Venus jumps into Leo, which is a fellow fire sign in your 9th house. It's good to travel then. It's good to find love abroad as well. With Venus in your 9th house, it's good to study, to learn new things, to have that bigger perspective. You're really, really going to enjoy that. Having said that, I'm going to repeat a lot in the next couple of months around this Mars in Gemini, but meanwhile, have a very good time, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.